Hey everyone, today is April 13th, 2022, and I hope all you having a great day today. I just got back from a vacation with my fiance to Mexico, so I apologize if I'm kind of burnt. My nose is definitely red, and I'm kind of burning on my forehead a little bit. In today's video, we'll be driving my Subaru WRX and discussing if I regret selling my 2015 Subaru BRZ. And also, I'm using a new camera, upgraded camera, to see if I can upgrade my quality. Leave a comment down below if you guys can notice a difference, but if you don't, it's not a problem. So if you guys have been watching my channel for a while now, I made this whole channel on my 2015 Subaru BRZ that I bought in March of 2017. I sold my BRZ last month and bought my 2020 Subaru WRX. And like I said, in today's video, I'm gonna go over if I regret selling my BRZ and how I'm liking my WRX so far. I've owned it for about a month now, and I have a lot of things going on right now in regards to me liking the new WRX, but also missing my BRZ. So right now, we'll head down to the garage. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video today, and let's get going. Alright, so before we go down, I want to show you guys my new camera setup. Really quick, we'll step outside, and as you can see, it is a gloomy day in the Chicago area today. Perfect day to film a video. Alright, so heading over to the mirror over here, show you guys my new setup for vlogging. And so my body of my camera is my Canon M50, and that's my first mirrorless camera because I've always used DSLRs before. The lens I'm using is a Sigma 16mm lens, which is honestly awesome. It makes this camera so good, perfect for vlogging, and honestly pretty much for anything. It's a great lens, and so far the quality has been awesome. And the mic I'm using is a Rode mic. It's the Video Mic Go, and it's a smaller Rode mic, which is perfect for this vlog setup. And I really think this is gonna up my production overall. Now let's head down to the garage and get this video started. And since I've been in Mexico for the last week, I haven't drove my WRX in a long time, so I'm excited to go on this drive. Alright, there's a loud motorcycle in the garage right now. We'll do a quick cold start. Alright guys, car's warmed up and we'll get this drive started in my WRX. And like I said, I was on vacation for about a week and I haven't drove my WRX in a while. So like I said, I'm going to discuss if I miss my, or if I regret selling my Subaru BRZ. And first, like I said, I've owned my WRX now for about a month. And because of our living situation, me and Steph live in our new penthouse we moved into about a year ago. We have 2 garage spaces. It's in a parking garage, as you can see. We have 2 spaces, one for her car, one for mine. Once we get a house or like a townhouse that has a nice garage, then I can get more cars for myself. So I had to sell the BRZ to get this. I owned the BRZ for almost 5 years, and I made more than 300 videos with the BRZ, and I really thought it was time for something new. And there's a couple main things I do miss with the BRZ that the WRX doesn't have, and we'll go over that first. There's a cop right there. 2 cops passing by, so I'll let them go first. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait because there's 2 cops. Let some cars go between us. So first thing, when I bought the WRX, I knew it was going to be faster stock. The first gen BRZ FRS, they're not fast, they have the torque dip. But the first thing I noticed was the driving position in the BRZ compared to the WRX. In the BRZ, you sit far down in the car. Steering wheel is really good placement. You feel like you're in a race car.
There's another cop.
It's okay. All right, yeah, there's so many cops today. One there, two pass by. Gotta be careful. It's good I have this radar though. It's been helping me out really well. But anyway, so the WRX, I sit high up in the car, just like any normal sedan. My fiance Steph, she has a Mazda 3 2017, I believe, and I'm almost in the same driving position as her four-door sedan as well. Which I wish this car had a better seating position. It is not a deal breaker though. So something that the BRZ has that the WRX doesn't have is better steering, or I should say steering input. So with the BRZ, the input was phenomenal. It was super analog compared to this. The steering wheel with this is super floaty. Going around turns, you're not as in tune with the car, and that's pretty much for everything. That's the one thing I miss with the BRZ. That is, I know it's a very cliche thing to say about the BRZ FRS. It's a driver's car, but it really is. That, the Miata, the new Supra that came out, they are driver's cars, and different Porsches. The WRX is a different car altogether, and I really am enjoying it. And I apologize for the radar. There's cops all around right now. That's why that's going off. The third thing that the BRZ had that the WRX didn't have was really crisp, good shifting. So with the WRX, shifting is very floaty. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm in first gear. I gotta really yank it in there. But to combat that, I did buy a boom bush short shifter. I got bushings and new shifter plate, which I will be installing that very soon. But as of right now, I have the stock shifter, and to be honest, it is not the best. Quick acceleration. It is a cool day outside, perfect boost weather. It feels so nice. And so three big things so far that I miss about the BRZ was the steering, the seating position, and the shifting. And also another big thing that the BRZ had that the WRX doesn't have was that handling that does go with the steering. With the BRZ, you can turn on a dime. If you're going pretty quick, especially on a track and there's a lot of turns, you barely have any body roll whatsoever. Even stocked from the factory, the BRZ and FRS, they are track monsters. With the WRX, yes, it's all-wheel drive. Going through turns, you do have a little bit of body roll, nothing crazy, but compared to the BRZ FRS, this doesn't even handle close to those cars. And now let's go with the WRX. I've owned this for about a month now, so I got a good idea of how this is to drive. I tracked it one time, so I know how it is on track as well, and that video will be coming out shortly. But the WRX is a completely different car. Basically, it is a four-door sedan with a turbo and pretty aggressive seating, and it's an enthusiast car as well. Completely different beast. It's a four-door turboed hot hatch, and to be honest with you, I'm absolutely loving this car right now. And I do miss those things with the BRZ, with the BRZ being more analog, more of a driver's car. And I've had fun for the last 5 years in the BRZ, but with the WRX, obviously the main thing is it's faster from factory. And the mods I did to it so far, I'm probably about 300 wheel horsepower. I'm getting my car dynoed really soon. I do have a Pro Tune on it. I'm at about 305 horsepower with all the mods. And obviously it's a lot faster. And second, I do have awesome induction noise with this car, with my intake, with my Cobb intake, and my current tune I have. The induction noise is so loud, and that's the one thing I didn't have with the BRZ. And obviously I could have boosted my car aftermarket, but doing that can cost you $5,000–$10,000, and that's a lot of money to put into it. But for me, I was happy I didn't boost my BRZ. It felt really good, super linear, and with the modifications with my header, the tune, eliminating that torque dip the best I can, made the BRZ a really fun car to drive every day. Two things BRZ and the WRX have in common is they're both fun cars to drive every single day. They're both not extremely fast cars where you can't enjoy them on the roads daily. For example, with my 2015 Ford Mustang GT I had with 500 wheel horsepower, that car was too fast to enjoy on the roads. It was best on track, but on the roads I couldn't enjoy it to the full potential. The WRX, even though it's only 300 horsepower, it's still a lot more than my BRZ. I can still enjoy this car daily on the roads, and I look forward to driving it every single time I hop into this car. So driving the WRX every day, like I said, little things in regards to me not sitting low enough, the steering isn't great, and like I said, the shifting is not precise whatsoever, but I'm modifying this car to make it my own, to make it a fun daily driver. We're gonna have a lot of fun and take it to the track every once in a while. And the downshifts in this car, when I downshift, there's a lot of crackles and pops. My exhaust setup with my NVIDIA single exit exhaust sounds so good. And the main reason why I sold the BRZ, like I said, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to modify a new platform, make new videos, get new experiences with this car. And honestly, this is one of the best decisions I made in a long time. And I want to one day buy another BRZ, hopefully the second generation one, to modify that. Because when me and my fiance end up eventually buy our own house, which I think I want to build a house in the near future, what I want to do is I want to get a big garage so I can have multiple cars, multiple project cars. And I do want to buy a second generation BRZ to modify that, and that's something I really want to do in the near future. Alright, did a quick stop. We stopped at the grocery store to buy a few things. Really quick, do a quick walk around of my WRX with my new camera. And I love my new work wheels on here. And this is the only curb rash there is in the front left wheel. I'm gonna get that fixed soon. I love the black center cap. These tires, perfect condition. It was pretty much new tires on these. They're 255 40 by 18s, and the fitment is honestly perfect. The back's even lower, look at that. Looks so good, and there is shit on my car, so I need to get a car wash really soon. It looks like it's gonna rain though, so I should be okay. Man, I'm excited for all the mods and things I have coming for this car. I have a lot of carbon fiber aero pieces, and I decided I'm gonna do all carbon, front lip, rear diffuser, side skirts, little bits of carbon fiber all over the car, even the tail lights. It's gonna be awesome. Looks like it's about to pour outside here, so we'll get back into the car and resume this video.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just stopped to go shopping really quick, and we'll complete this video. So like I was saying, the BRZ was more of a driver's car in regards to the more analog feeling, and this is still a fun car, not as analog, but now I'll go over the more positive things with the WRX. Because like I've said in previous videos, the BRZ was the most fun I've had with any car I've owned. I've owned Honda Civic SIs, boosted, 2 Mustang GTs, a bunch of other cars, and out of all the cars I've owned, even my 2015 Mustang GT with 500 horsepower. My BRZ was the most fun I had for almost 5 years of ownership. Eventually, me and my fiance are gonna start a family, so this is the perfect car to have for that. I can put kids in the back seat, there's a lot of room. And not just that, it's still a fun everyday car. And with this car, I love that it's all-wheel drive. I've never had an all-wheel drive car before. I've had front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. I've had 500 horsepower plus cars. I've had lower horsepower cars. Never had an all-wheel drive hot hatch, even though this is not a hatch, but still, never had an all-wheel drive boosted car like this. And honestly, I'm having so much fun driving this every day. Even though with all the mods I'm putting on it, I'm making more horsepower. And what I'm planning to do with this car, I'm planning to make it around maybe 400, maybe 450 reliable horsepower with my car here, get it on E85, and make it a fun car I can hoon around in and just drive daily. Like I said, the BRZ had a lot of great quirks to it in regards to it being a great driver's car. But the WRX, in my opinion, is as fun. The induction noise is so good with my cob intake. So I live in Illinois, where we have pretty harsh winters usually, and it snowed a couple weeks ago. It was a hard snowfall, and with my WRX I took it out in the snow and I was ripping through the snow, no problem. I was flooring it, and it was a good amount of snow. It was one of those big snowfalls. We had about like 8 to 10 inches. It was a big snowfall, and I was gutting it through the snow. And I wasn't losing traction whatsoever. I was able to control drift my car, and that was something I was never able to do in any of my cars, and that's including the BRZ. And it's weird. It's a weird sensation going from a lot of rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars to an all-wheel drive car. Off the line, if I'm at a standstill off the line, I have a lot of power in regards to gripping the ground and going. And it's something that I've never had before, and it's one thing I really love about this car. And so one thing that the BRZ had, it has a huge aftermarket support, a lot of modifications you can do, and that's the same for the WRX. There's a huge aftermarket support, a lot of mods you could do to make it your own, and that's exactly what I'm planning to do with this car. Another quick acceleration. So now to answer the question, do I regret selling my Subaru BRZ? And the answer is yes, I do regret selling it, but I don't regret buying my WRX. I'm having so much fun in this car right now. I'm happy to make videos and start modifying it to make it my own. Like I said, obviously it's a lot faster from factory, and I'm having a lot of fun having a faster car overall. And that was the one thing I learned about the BRZ. You don't have to be going fast to have fun. And that was my mindset before I owned the BRZ. I always thought more horsepower, more fun. Now that I have a better understanding of what I'm looking for in a car, I feel like I can enjoy the WRX to its full potential. And in regards to the BRZ, like I said, I do regret selling it because I had so many great memories with it. I made it my own. It was fantastic. It was a fun car to drive on track and on the roads. But the plan is I want to buy a Gen 2 BRZ and modify it and do the same thing I did with my old BRZ. Build it up from scratch, make it my own, and I want to have the WRX and the BRZ in the same garage. And me and my fiance stuff, like I said, we live in our penthouse right now. We've been there for about a year. Eventually we're gonna be moving out. I wanna get a house with a big garage that I'll have room to work on my car, store 2 cars plus Steph's car. And that's something that's definitely gonna happen in the near future. Now, let's do another acceleration right here. backfire when I shift. It's so good. And I hope you guys can hear the induction noise with this Rode mic I'm using. It sounds so good. A quick downshift. And it has great backfire every time I downshift. Yeah, it puts a smile on my face every time I accelerate in this car. Alright guys, we just got home. I'm gonna end the video right here. Really quick, like I said, I do regret selling my BRZ, but I don't regret buying my WRX. Like I said, they're two completely different cars, and I love my new WRX. I am still in the honeymoon phase with it. I've only owned it for 1 month, but as of right now, and all the plans I have for it, I'm really, really excited. And I'm excited to document everything with this car. And I know a lot of you are following my channel because of my BRZ, but I promise to you I will be buying a Gen 2 BRZ, and I want to modify it and make it my own, just like I did with my first gen BRZ. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Please leave a comment down below what you guys think about my WRX, and leave a comment down below what you guys think of me selling my BRZ, and let me know if you want me to buy a Gen 2 BRZ to modify on this channel. And remember, I respond back to every single comment I get. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.